Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to work through a few of these problems with you to kind of help you get started on the whole process of using elimination. Hopefully, you've already watched the video going over the notes and kind of the process. But let's look at a few of these and kind of give you a little jump start. So let's look at number one. When I look at these equations and I'm trying to do elimination, I'm thinking, okay, if I add these, will one of my variables disappear? Will my x's disappear or my y's? Or do I need to subtract my equations? The 5 and the 6 obviously aren't going to eliminate because they're different numbers, but I got a 6 and a negative 6 here. Negative 6 plus 6 does equal 0, so I would just add there to eliminate on this one. So I'm just going to add down all of my columns. Make sure you do the same operation in each column. Negative 5 plus 6 is 1, so I can just x here, or 1x. The y's disappear, you get 0y. And then we get negative 2. Well, 1 times x is just x, so we got that x is negative 2, and we've already solved half of our problem. We need to now find out the y value that goes with it, so you're going to take negative 2 and plug it into either of those equations. It doesn't matter which one. I'm going to put it in the, I'll put it in the top one. Yeah, we'll put it here. So I got negative 5 times negative 2. Make sure you put it in parentheses. Extra marks on there are good. Negative 6y equals negative 8. Negative 2 times negative 5 gives me positive 10. And we just go through the rest of our normal solving stuff. So get rid of the 10, subtract it off. And then we got negative 6y equals negative 18. And then I divide by negative 6, divide by negative 6, and we got y is 3. Hooray! We got the x value, we got the y value, so we got the point negative 2, 3. So there you go. Lovely. Let's jump to number 4. What I'd like for you to do is test yourself. See if you can figure out what you need to do to eliminate. Did you think to subtract the equations? Because that's what you should do. Y minus y will give you 0y. So if we subtract our equations, you'll get negative 2x, 0y, and then 18. And that's how you start this one. I'm going to leave it to you to finish it, and I'll work on drawing a good 18 here. So go ahead and finish solving and get your y and stuff. I want to jump to another one that's a little different. Jump down to 9. Again, think about what you would do to eliminate one of your variables. Hopefully you came up with the idea of just like subtracting the equations. Because 10x minus 10x would give you 0x. Awesome, let's do that. We got 0x. Negative 9 minus negative 9 also, gives you 0y. And that's going to give me 0. Well, 0x is 0. And 0y is 0 as well. So we got 0 plus 0 equals 0. 0 equals 0. Hey, our variables disappeared. Sometimes that happens. And it's okay. Don't panic. It just means that it doesn't matter what variables you got here. You're going to get a true equation. And so this lets you know that you have infinitely many solutions. And this happens because these are actually the same line, right? They're the exact same equation. And so if you take a line and you subtract that same line, the line disappears. And a line itself has infinitely many solutions. So any point that works in the first one that makes this equation true will also make this one true, just by the nature that they're the same. So you're getting infinitely many solutions. I want to show one more, just a little example here. Look at 11, and again, think about what you would do to eliminate. Would you add? Would you subtract? Think about it. Hopefully you figured out that you want to subtract again here. Negative 4x minus negative 4x will give you 0x. So we'll get 0x. And then negative 3y minus 6y is going to give you a negative 9y. And then negative 8 minus negative 8 gives you 0. This one, 0 showed up again, but don't panic. You can divide by negative 9 here, and you get that y is 0. Again, I'm going to leave it to you to keep going and finish the problem. I just want to kind of help you get started on some of the problems. you'll want to take the 0 and plug it into one of your equations here and solve for your x like we did earlier. So hopefully going over a few examples helps you get started on some of the problems if you're stuck.